স্পিক ম্যাকের পশ্চিমবঙ্গ শাখা 8ই জানুয়ারি কলকাতা প্রেস ক্লাবে এক সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনের আয়োজন করেছিল, যেখানে উপস্থিত ছিলেন সংস্থার প্রতিষ্ঠাতা চেয়ারম্যান তথা পদ্মশ্রী অধ্যাপক ডক্টর কিরণ শেঠ। দুপুর 1:30 থেকে 2:30 পর্যন্ত চলাকালীন এই অনুষ্ঠানে ডক্টর শেঠ সাংস্কৃতিক শিক্ষার গুরুত্ব, স্পিক ম্যাকের দীর্ঘ পথ চলা এবং পশ্চিমবঙ্গে সংস্থার আগামী কর্মসূচিগুলি নিয়ে আলোচনা করেন। আইআইটি দিল্লির প্রাক্তন অধ্যাপক এবং আইআইটি খড়গপুরের প্রাক্তন ডক্টর শেঠ 1977 সালে তরুণ প্রজন্মের কাছে ভারতের সমৃদ্ধ শাস্ত্রীয় ও লোক সংস্কৃতি পৌঁছে দেওয়ার লক্ষ্যে এই আন্দোলন শুরু করেন। শিক্ষা ও সংস্কৃতিতে তার অসামান্য অবদানের স্বীকৃতি স্বরূপ তাকে পদ্মশ্রী সহ একাধিক সম্মানে ভূষিত করা হয়েছে। বর্তমান সময়ে যুব সমাজের সামগ্রিক বিকাশ এবং সংবেদনশীলতা বৃদ্ধিতে এই সংস্থার ভূমিকা তুলে ধরাই এই প্রেস কনফারেন্সের মূল লক্ষ্য ছিল। চলুন দেখে নেব বিস্তারিত।
This evening, we are having a alumni IIT Kharagpur alumni get together. It's also celebrating the platinum jubilee year of the entire IIT system, and we'll be having a lecture, and then we'll be having a interaction. After which, we'll be having a program by the noted santoor player, Pandit Tarun Bhattacharya, and after that we'll all have lunch, dinner rather. That's it. That's the idea behind the whole thing. It is to launch off this. We are doing the 49th in our 49th year, the convention of SPIC MACAY, Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst youth, at IIT Kharagpur, starting on 25th of May. It will go on to 31st of May 2026, in which about 1,500 young people from all over the country and abroad will come, and they'll be given an experience of an ashram experience. The whole IIT will convert like into an ashram. They'll get up at about 3:45 until 10 o'clock at night. They'll be exposed to some of the best in our heritage. The curtain raiser for that event is being held. So SPIC MACAY is currently doing about 5,000 events. You can open this. This is 1 year's activity in about 500 towns in India and about 50 abroad. This is, as I said, 1 year's activity.
So in terms of promoting upcoming artists,
Yes,
how
I'll
you
tell
are
you. So in this, the artists who perform, obviously the senior artists will be only a handful. All the rest are young people who are doing what we call workshop demonstrations in the villages, small government schools. The workshop demonstration module is like this. For 45 minutes, the whole school will do what he or she is doing, and then for 45 minutes he or she will perform. So it's a Twitter module of SPIC MACAY. Very powerful, low cost, very effective. So in these 5,000, I would say maybe 80% are of
as he said that I am a batchmate of IIT. We passed out in 1970. And I was quite inspired during those days. Previous to that, I did not have much idea about what is classical music. But once we had a convocation in the very first year, and just for a fun we attended. That changed my whole system, That changed my whole system. I got interested about classical music. I remember the last artist was Pandit Ravi Shankar ji. And after he played, there was a magic. There was some intangible thing happened within myself, and I started, loving classical music from that day. Now, the SPIC MACAY has this thing that, to the students, they put forward some of the legends And that experience, as he said, it's not the performance, it is the experience gained by the students. This is something magical. You cannot express that in terms of language. It is something more than that. And that makes them to feel that, how rich is our heritage. And we as a part of
I want to preface it by saying that there is an increasing sensitivity in Europe that classical music and the arts are no longer extracurricular. They should form part of curricula. There's a lot of research showing the interplay or the symbiotic role that classical music has on academia and vice versa. So there is definitely now this sensitivity in many institutions like Harvard, Princeton, Stanford, Oxford, and they have made certain parts of the curricula as being part of classical arts. So as far as SPIC MACAY is concerned, we have had programs in all these, we have clubs in all these very eminent institutions where there have been programs in Stanford. For many years we have programs there with Princeton, Columbia. We just had some Pandit Subramanian was also performing there, and the dean had contacted Professor Kiran Seth directly saying that they want to do more there because they see the benefits. So I hope that we shall have many more such programs in Europe as well.
Delhi, after which he is the professor emeritus. We have with us Professor Dr. Rama Sheth, who is the chairperson of our Europe division, and she has come all the way from Copenhagen. She is the professor of Copenhagen Business School. We have with us Mr. Kavitr Daga, who is the president of IIT Alumni Association. And now, just to say that this is the 75 years of the Platinum Jubilee year as a part of the celebration of the IIT system as a whole, where IIT Kharagpur is the first institute which started, and the Kiran Seth is an alumni, a distinguished alumnus of IIT Kharagpur, and Alumni Association of IIT West Bengal, they have invited him to make the key address today. We have a program at 6 o'clock at IIT Research Park, that's in Newtown Action Area 3, and where our chief guest is ex-Lokpal, Justice Pinaki Ghosh. He's our chief guest. And Dr. Sheth will address, and finally we have a Santur recital by renowned artist Pandit Tarun Bhattacharya, and this is followed by dinner. So we, on behalf of the group, we invite you all to please do come in our program. We start at 6 o'clock over there. Now I hand over this.
There is increasingly a realization that these cultural programs are not simply cultural programs. Yes, they are cultural programs that give you some entertainment, but classical music and arts are in a different realm. They have become in many mainstream ideas as part of the regular curriculum, not just extra curriculum, because of the many beneficial effects that classical music and dance and the arts has on academics and on curriculum. In fact, in many institutes such as Harvard, they have become part of the curriculum. So in response, SPIC MACAY Europe has been conducting many programs in eminent institutions in US and abroad. We have now 15 chapters all over, including Stanford, Princeton.
Also, we'll be having, it'll just be like a whole ashram for 1 week. Getting people up at 3:45, from 4 to 7, Yoga and Nadyo. From 7 to 9 they get ready, 9 to 12 they'll be having intensives with top people. Then we'll have 12 to 1 lunch, and then 1 to 2 again Yoga Nidra, 2 to 5 folk forms and other forms all through that period. 5 to 6 early Jaini dinner, and 6 to 9 they'll be the topmost classical musicians. And the last day, it will be the whole night of Indian classical music. So this is what SPIC MACAY, the Society for the Promotion of Indian Classical.
কলকাতা প্রেস ক্লাব থেকে মানসী বসুর রিপোর্ট, চেতনা বার্তা, জেগে থাকে, জাগিয়ে রাখে।
চেতনা বার্তা, জেগে থাকে, জাগিয়ে রাখে।